Rule number one, guys, when playing video games is to have fun. And so with that in mind, I'm just going to talk very briefly about why I didn't play MK1 and why I probably will never play it. A lot of these points have been belabored to death, that's why I want to keep this video short, so let's get into it. The game having similar direction to MK11 is not a massive problem for me. I play KOF, I play Street Fighter, and even though I don't play Tekken as of yet, I mean, it's been a while. I think the last time I played Tekken was Dark Resurrection on the PSP. Those games have had the same art direction forever. They look the same. It's not really an issue, right? I think MK1 has brighter colors than MK11, and the character design art is slightly different, but that's not really a big issue. Let's get some of the minor ones, obvious ones, out of the way. So the first thing is the store, right? So let's back up a little bit to MK11. I did not like MK11's system. You know, MK9 and MKX, correct me if I'm wrong, it's been a while since I've played MK9, but MKX, you could get the game and you pay $20 and you got everything from the crypt. MK11 comes along and introduced crystals, right? And then when you go into the slots for where you can unlock, or sorry, not the slots, but basically your character's inventory, I guess, let's call it that, and you see what skins you can unlock, they're practically the same skins. Okay, they're the same skins, but with different colors. I did not like that, right? And then if you wanted to unlock these skins or brutalities or fatalities, you had to go into the crypt, or you had to go play some ridiculous tower system. You guys know about MK11's, right, system. I did not like MK11's system at all. I thought that the way you unlocked stuff was pretty ridiculous. And even the way you had to buy stuff, the fact that it was in season, right, where they would like sort of try to FOMO you into buying something, absolutely horrendous. And they basically cranked that up to 1,000 on MK1 from what I can see, right? So if you want a skin, you have to spend real money. Fatalities are like $10 or whatever the amount is right now. Brutalities are very difficult to get. I don't need to talk about invasions. I think that's been beaten to death. Like I don't want to do that. I already tried to say that I wanted to keep this video short, so we're not going to talk about invasions in this one. So yeah, microtransactions in MK1 are pretty bad. I think people are tolerating microtransactions a lot more just because they're kind of getting used to it. But for me, if a game's going to have microtransactions, I need to like the game. I cannot spend not only my money, but also a lot of time on a game that I don't like. And what I've noticed when I'm watching YouTube videos online is that a lot of people who are complaining about MK1, right, constantly, have bought all the DLC characters and are constantly playing the game, right? So as far as I'm concerned, that's just an L at this point. I don't want to, do that to myself. So we've gotten microtransactions out of the way. Now let's talk about the heavy hitter, right? The massive tree stomp that broke the camel's back. The Louis Slugger of why I didn't get this game or play any of it, right? And it's the Cameo system. I remember watching the first trailer of MK1 and being very hyped. Liu Kang was doing his thing. Kung Lao was getting some shine. They turned Raiden into a normal human being for some reason, but that's fine. I don't really care. I mean, it followed the story, right? I saw Sonya, didn't like her design, but I was still hyped to play her. I figured I'd be able to get some type of skin. Maybe she'd get like a reskin or a new voice or something. I don't know. Serena showed up. I was very excited to see Serena. I mean, the last time I saw her was in like Deception or something. I saw Natara, who I was actually like hyped to play as well. But then I realized that, characters, even ones that I don't usually play, like Jax, Sonya, and Serena, were cameos. Now, the cameo system itself is not a bad system, right? So, in principle, having cameos or assists in your game, whatever you want to call them, that's not a bad thing. Case in point, Mortal Kombat 9 itself. You could play two characters, both were playable, against someone who was also using two characters. And another thing that I want to point out here is that these were different modes. So the standard mode was not the cameo mode or the assist mode or the tag mode, right? So obviously Tekken Tag had this, Dragon Ball FighterZ has this, and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which is still being played heavily today, also has this. But they've all done them better. Even MK9, which is another NRS entry, was done better than this, right? So there's a cameo system, you can't play the characters, some of them are legacy characters that you can't play, and on top of that, you are forced to play the cameo system. Being forced to play this way would not be so bad if I could just play the cameo character. If the cameo character was playable, I feel like I'm saying this over and over, but if it was playable, right, being forced to play in the cameo mode would not be so bad, right? Keep in mind, games like KOF, even though yes, they didn't have a cameo system in there, you can play multiple characters in one set, right? So that's pretty good. If they did something like that, it'd be fine. But obviously, to me, not having the cameo playable just killed all the hype I had for this game. Some of you may agree, others may not, but I just wanted to be honest about why I didn't even bother getting the game or playing it. To be honest, even if they released MK1 for free, I wouldn't waste time on it. I'm at the point in my gaming life now where if I see a game and I don't like it, I just won't buy it. I won't buy it, I won't play it. The only reason I'm talking about this is because this started as an MK channel. Guys, a little bit of advice, and I think Javalka talked about this in one of his videos. There's no need to push yourself, right? To push yourself to like a game that you clearly don't like. There's many more reasons why I don't like MK1, but I'm just talking about the two biggest ones in efforts to keep these videos short. I saw that microtransactions are bad, but honestly at this point, every game that comes out is going to have microtransactions, which is why I'm making the compromise of being extra picky. I have to like the game. I have to enjoy watching the game. I have to enjoy playing the game, right? That's how I justify to myself, spending money and more importantly, time on something. So at this point, if I see a game and I don't like it, there's nothing that can make me buy it. I won't even play this game for free, to be honest with you. But that's enough rambling for this video. I think you guys get the point. I've talked about the two biggest reasons why I didn't play MK1 and why I won't play it. I've talked about rule number 1 and having fun, right? If I look at a game and it doesn't look fun, I simply won't buy it. Let me know your thoughts on MK1. I'm sure some of you guys play that game. Let me know what you think about it. If you like it, tell me why. If you don't, do the same. I am making an update video for the channel, like a channel update video, but I want to make sure I know exactly what I'm going to talk about before I put that out. It'd be kind of hilarious to make a channel update video and then, then release another one like right after it. So I just want to take my time on that one. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.